Some people have asked me, how can I teach in England? I have many years of experience in my home country. I feel I can fit into the teaching standards in England, and I need a QTS in order to teach in England. Is there any pathway for this? I'm here to let you know that there's a pathway called the assessment only route to get your QTS. If you don't know what QTS is qualified teaching status. If you fit in any of these things I've said here, please watch this video to the end. I'm going to be explaining the step-by-step process you need to follow, the things you need to meet this teaching standard, and the schools that you need to apply to. There are 5 educational institutes that are qualified to help you pass through this route to get your QTS, especially if you're an international teacher. If you are meeting me for the first time, my name is Cynthia. I share information that will help your transition abroad to be as smooth as possible. I share information about settling, working, or studying in the UK, US, or Canada. If you're interested in any of these countries, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification bell so that each time I drop a new video, you know it's time to watch Cynthia Academy. Without wasting time, let's get into this video. As usual, you know how I do it. I'm going to put the links in the description box. I always tell people the description box, they find it hard to believe. See, under this video, there is a description box. Go there, click on the link, have access to these documents, read it for yourself, assess yourself, and you feel you are qualified, go for it. Go for it and get your QTS. What is QTS? QTS is qualified teaching status. It's kind of like a teaching license issued to you that gives you the qualification or certification to teach in England. Now, when it comes to Scotland and Northern Ireland, they don't use QTS. But when it comes to England and Wales, they use QTS. There are 4 pathways in order to get your QTS in England. The first one is to apply for your QTS directly. You go to the Get Into the Teaching website. Through that pathway, you'll be able to find a way to apply. You can also apply for your QTS through Wales. I showed you how you can get your QTS in 21 days. I'm going to put the video here. So that's the first pathway. The second one is when you train to teach in England. Now, there are some people that are coming in as physics teachers. They've gotten their student bursary. I've shared many videos like that. I'm going to put a link here to show you some of the pathways you can use and how you can access that button, and also what you should expect when you submit that or indicate interest to use that pathway. So that's one pathway. With that pathway, you come in and you train for 10 months. At the end, you get your QTS. Like I said, QTS, you can use it. It's internationally recognized, you know, many countries accept it. Now, the third pathway is when you train to teach using the international qualified teacher status. So with this particular one, you can be back in your home country in Africa or Asia, and then you are being trained to teach in that continent. It lasts for 10 months or to 12 months, and what will be happening is that there you might have some meetings and some assessments along the way, and you have to pay for it anyway. It costs above £9,000. I don't know whether it's above £10,000 now, but I don't know. But so many people are trained to teach in their home country, which at the end of that, they can get their QTS. Now, the last one, which I'm going to concentrate more on this video, is the assessment only route to teaching. So if you have many years of experience, maybe 2 or 3 or more years of experience, and you feel you have been trained, you understand the UK curriculum or system, then you should try this particular route. Now, the first thing you have to understand about this route is that there are some requirements you need in order to meet up with it. If you are in the UK and you have maybe like above 2 years of experience, you are eligible to use this route. Now, it also costs £4,000 if you are outside the UK, or £1,500 to £4,000 if you are in the UK. If you are a teaching assistant and you have more than 2 years of experience and you have this high standard of teaching, you've been able to handle a class alone for a very long time, then you might qualify for this route. So you have to contact providers that will assess you. And this assessment only route would last for 12 weeks, which is 3 months. And in this period, they would assess you to know whether you already meet the standards of the qualified teaching status. So you don't need any further training. There are 4 major eligibility requirements. The first one is that you're able to show you meet the teaching standards without any more training. The second one is to have worked in 2 or more schools. So if you've worked in only one school for 5 years or so, it's not, you don't qualify. Now the next one is that you have a degree, and the last one is GCSEs at grade 4C or and above in English and maths and science if you want to teach primary. You have to demonstrate you have taught in the 3 major age groups of students or pupils in England. Now the first one is primary, which is ages 3 to 11, and then we have the middle group, which is from ages 7 to 14, and then we have secondary, which is from 11 to 19 years of age. So you have to demonstrate that you have taught at least in one of these groups for you to qualify for this particular route. Now for non-UK teachers, it says teachers outside the UK who do not have a teaching qualification but meet the eligibility requirement for assessment only QTS can apply to be assessed by an English teacher training provider. You will not have to visit or train in England. However, you will need to be assessed at your place of work by an examiner from your teaching training provider. Your teacher training provider can explain what type of school you must be working in to undergo assessment only QTS. So it's not just any school that would make you an eligible candidate. So you have to contact these teacher training providers to explain to you the type of schools that will make you eligible for this. It states that fees may be substantially more than £4,000 if you're outside the UK. Check with individual providers for more details. Now, here are the list of the 5 educational institutes you can explore if you want to go through the assessment only route towards getting your QTS. So the first one is Buckingham International School of Education. We have Education Success Partners. We have TES Institute International. We have University of Derby and University of Sunderland. And we have the email addresses that you can contact. Some of them also have phone numbers if you're interested in calling to find out more about this and then sending your application. That will be fine. I'm also going to show you a particular link where you need to read the document on the government website. It's very important. It's a 25-page document. If you're interested in pursuing this route, please go through this document. I'm going to put the link to this particular document in the description box. And the title to this particular guidance is Assessment Only Route to QTS, Criteria and Supporting Service. So you download that particular document, read it thoroughly, and just explore it, raise the fund for it and apply. 3 months later, you get your QTS. And if you're looking for a job, maybe you still want to go to England or maybe you want to go somewhere else, you can explore it. I wish you the best. This is the time for teachers to shine, and I want you to keep shining bright, bright, bright like a diamond. I wish you the best. See you in my next video. Bye-bye.